Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have the last of our Canadian 1965 year set, and this is the Canadian 1965 year set penny. Now, what I wanted to show you on this was the difference between one that had been in general or regular circulation and one that came as what they called in this particular instance, the Royal Canadian Mint called it an almost mint or a proof-like set. So what happens is on all of these coins, even on this coin here, you can see the reflection of my pen in the one on the right. On this one, you can really see the reflection of the pen. You can actually tell, where the tip is and some other stuff about it. And if you had something colored, you could see the color of it on this one. So in 1965, for their year sets, the Canadian Mint did what they called a proof-like version, and they put it in plastic. Many of those proof-like sets were taken out of the plastic, however, so it's hard to tell if you have a proof-like set or not. And they used essentially the same process on those sets that they did on the ones that they distributed through regular currency. So the regular currency ones were incredibly shiny too in 1965, but they wore. This one is from the proof-like set, as you can see here, and you can really tell the difference in the wear. Look how fine this carving is. This is, of course, the Arnold Machin second portrait of Queen Elizabeth. It says Elizabeth II on the left, DG Regina on the right, or by the grace of God, Queen. And this same coin here, but see how it wears when it gets into general circulation. Around the outside of this coin, we have the beads, and this coin has a number of different varieties, and it's kind of hard to get a fix on it, but let's take a look. There is a large bead variety and a small bead variety. These two are actually the same small bead variety. But what you do if you get this coin is you look to see if it's a large bead variety, and Coins Canada has a pretty good description of that, including some of the pictures of it. And then you look on the back at the year to see if it's a pointed 5 or a blunt 5. So let's take a look at the back of both of these. So if we go in depth and look down at the 5, we'll see that this 5 right here is what they call a blunt 5. It kind of comes straight down. A pointed 5 has a little bit more of a point on it. Let's see if this one over here is one. No, not really. It's pretty. This one's a blunt 5 also. So these two coins, this would be an identifying feature. And if we look at them, this one looks a little bit more pointed than this one, but I think it's just from the wear of it. Over here, of course, we see the KG for Kruger Gray, who was the engraver of this coin. And up here we see the maple leaf, the year, and Canada down below it. So if you have this coin and you have a blunt 5, it's not going to be worth much more than its regular value. However, if you have this coin and you have large beads in a pointed 5, and the pointed 5 is much more, it's very generally easy to tell because that top of the 5 just points off at a maybe almost like a 45-degree angle. So if you see that one, and if you see the 45-degree angle in the pointed 5 in large beads, then you know what you've got there is a very valuable coin, maybe worth as much as $15 to $20 for the penny. So take a look at all your 1965 pennies and see what you got, and it might be that you have one that has some value. We don't have a good idea how many of them they made with that particular characteristic, but we do know that there are some out there because we've seen pictures of them, and they are in Coins Canada has them on their website. The regular variety, they made 304 million of these, and they have not a huge value, except that if you get it in this condition, you may be getting upwards of $1 for the coin, and simply because this almost uncirculated condition here, it's just hard to find these coins in. And they're such a prettier coin when they are almost uncirculated, just in terms of how the leaves work, how the queen's portrait on the front works, and how nicely defined they are. You can actually see the little seedlings and buds coming out. You can see the on this branch of the maple tree, you can see the bark down here, and that really helps define. You can see the veins in the maple. Really helps define the value of this particular coin. All right, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. This is a set of coins that we borrowed from Twin City Gold in Biddeford, Maine, and they've been great to us in terms of letting us do some more valuable coins for our coin videos. Have a great day.